What's up, Kinfolk? This your boy Quentin.
And this your girl Regina.
And thanks for joining our channel, Conscious at Night. So guys, welcome back to Things We Should Stop Normalizing. What part? Part 6. Let's go. Yo, I'm super excited because this is going to be one of my favorite episodes of Things We Should Stop Normalizing Part 6. Reason being because we are gods. Listen, we are all gods. We create our own reality. Anything that you ever want or you ever desire, anything like that, you can get it. You just gotta create it. You just gotta know how to create it. But this is gonna be one of my favorite episodes right here because the things we should stop normalizing, part 6, is none other than prayer. Yes, prayer, yo. So we're gonna get straight to it. Why would you personally stop normalizing?
So I would stop normalizing prayer based on what I was taught. Prayer was making your request known to God. It was you asking God, an outside source, for all of your needs to be provided for. God, I need a new house. God, I need a new car. God, I need a job. God, help me with my family. God, I really need you. So everything that you feel like you need in this life, all things material, you're seeking from an outside source, God. And that's how prayer was presented to me. It was making your request known to something that was outside of you. And so that is a core reason why I would say that I would stop normalizing prayer. Because what I know today is that I'm God, the kingdom of God is within me, it is within you. And so that cuts prayer, the way the world taught me, out of it. What would you say then?
I'll honestly listen. The same thing. Being raised up in a religious background, and we know that the matrix of this system birthed a baby. One of them was named religion. And we were taught that. We were taught, make your request, made known to God. Whatever you need, ask God. Make sure you believe, because if you don't get what you ask God for, it's only because you didn't believe. So it's all on you. It's not on God. It's not on the outside sky daddy. It's on you because you must have didn't believe enough to get what you was asking for. When, I used to hear stories about, persistently just asking God and keep asking God and keep asking, don't stop, just keep asking until you bug God enough to where he just be like, okay, here.
Right, finally.
Or if you didn't get it, it may have not been in the will of God.
Or maybe something you did, maybe you sinned along the way.
And So God is definitely not gonna. You're not getting nothing after you just did what you did. Right. That's how I was thinking God was looking at me for majority of my religious life, because I'm like, dude, I ain't getting nothing. I'm getting a pinch of salt, and it was a couple peppers, every 5 years. I'm just like, oh, dude, the prayer finally got answered, But it just started getting to the point where it's like, yo, dude, I stopped praying just based on never getting none of my prayers answered. I forgot, because I was just like, dude, I ain't getting none of them answered anyway. I'm wasting both of our time. Obviously ain't nothing I'm asking for in his will, and my knees is hurting. So I'm not about to get down here on my knees just to ask you for something that clearly you probably don't have no intention on giving me anyway. So it's just and dude, how can I live so perfect for you to, finally be like, you know what, even though you've been living like hell, I'm gonna give you a little bit of heaven. It wasn't the case. I'm telling you, it's just bro, why am I praying at this point? I got a better chance of going to go buy a scratch-off ticket and winning. Which mostly if I did, I probably won. I won more scratch-off tickets honestly than I had prayer against, so I kid you not. But when you really see, if you read your Bibles, or the religious folks, when you see that, for myself, when I used to see Jesus say certain things hey, don't pray like the hypocrites in the synagogues and on the street corners, out loud, so people can see them. Because guess what? That is the only reward they're gonna get, is the accolades that they're gonna get from people. That was it. And then also too, like don't get to a point where you're like, even when you're praying, trying to use all of these crazy fancy words and this, that, and the third, like using all of these unnecessary words and phrases. And
we've heard a lot of that over the pulpit. Listen,
not even the pulpit, at cookouts, yo, at picnics, like it was getting ridiculous, like, bro, like, yo, can we just play some spades or something, like, without all that? And I was one of those people, honestly. I was one of those people, so I know for a fact.
Yeah.
But the thing is using all those words as though you're like trying to be heard. You know what I mean? Like God is like, come on, I know you got a little bit more in you. Come on, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. You almost got it. You almost had it. If you would have said 10,000 more words, you would have had it. Better luck next time. But like that's exactly how I felt like Jesus was trying to tell us to stay away from that. What he was telling us to do, like, yo, if you gonna pray, yo, go in the secret place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, get away from everything that's outside of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go into the secret place. And when you pray to God. And guess where God is going to be? In that secret place. Where's that secret place at, though? You know what I mean? So, like, that's the question we gonna have to figure out sooner or later, and I'm sure we'll do a video on that. But he said, go into the secret place in prayer. So, but when we are out and we just using all these useless words, asking God for stuff, and with all of these like different theologies of, if you don't get it, you didn't believe. If you don't get it, you must have sinned. If you don't get it, it ain't the will of God. Like, you have more of a chance of not getting your prayer answered from an outside source than you do anything else. I promise you, you will win way more scratch-off tickets than you'll get prayers answered. So, me personally as well. This is why I would stop normalizing prayer the way the world's system, religion, taught the world to pray.
Yeah.
They taught us to pray and asking an outside source to give us 3D material things or fix 3D material relationships or emotions or situations or storms that we're in and all of that. Like, we've turned, in a sense, the outside source that we called God, that some call Sky Daddy, into a genie.
Yep.
With an unlimited amount of wishes to be answered. So it's like, but we only really get a few in one lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's why I would personally stop normalizing prayer as well. Because why wouldn't I? The Matrix is the reason why I'm not normalizing it anymore. Look how it was taught. Look how many prayers got answered. I mean, can you imagine how many marriages have still failed? Especially these Christian marriages.
Right.
These Christian friendships. Why people really don't like going to church. Why church ain't really the answer. Because if church was the answer, there wouldn't have to be a need for church anymore.
Right.
Please. If church was the answer, there wouldn't be a need for church anymore. So guys, welcome to Things We Should Stop Normalizing, Part 6, which is prayer. And remember guys, darkness is only evil when there is no awareness within. When the seed is planted, it is planted in the ground when there is no light. But that seed knows who and what it is when it is planted in the dark. The question is and will always be, do we know, do you know who you are in the dark? So let us raise our vibration because light has come. We know together.
We grow together.
Conscious at night.
So guys, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Conscious at Night. Also, don't forget to turn on that post notification bell so that you can be notified every time we drop a new video. We'll see you guys in the next one.